Hello everyone, we are the Bossa Nova group and we will introduce you our presentation. I am Meba Will and I will present you a technique to save energy. I would like to introduce you a European project that it's called Enthalpy. It is a 3-year project which finished this year. The purpose of this project is to reduce the energy in the dairy industry. In the dairy industry, in particular in the powder milk production. I don't know if you are familiar with powder milk production, but the energy consumption in these companies is one of the highest in the food industry. And besides, the production is very high because it is an essential ingredient for another products like cheese, yogurt, chocolate, and so on. So the milk powder production has different steps. For example, I can show you the dairy chain. Yes. Here, I suppose you can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here you can see the dairy value chain. Okay, so there is different steps, and for the processing, the consumption of energy is very high. So this process has different steps. For example, the pasteurization, the separation, and this project has studied different techniques for different steps. For example, one of the steps is the pasteurization, and in this work package has studied the new technique of radio frequency. And with the radio frequency, this is on a table, and in this table there is different values that show that the consumption is very reduced. So this technique is very important, as it's such important because makes the reduction of energy and also keeps the milk at the same quality. Okay, so in fact the radio frequency is not an invention. It is also used for medical devices, for example, but it is a new technique for the food industry, and it can reduce the global contamination. So it is fairly interesting for the future. Apart from that, the technique is not expensive, so it's possible that the companies can do first of initial investment and can recover this investment in few years. Okay, we hope that this technique catch on in the food industry. This is my presentation. Thank you very much, and if you have some questions, you can tell me.
Okay. Hello, Eva. I'm Elena.
Hello.
I have a couple of questions. The first one is this technology used with other products?
Yes, apart from the meal, can be used for another products for food industry, like the sauces or juice and this type of products.
Okay. And the other one is this project supported with private or public financing?
It is public. It is
It's
for
public financing.
the European public financial.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi Eva, I'm Andrea.
Hello.
I have some questions.
Tell me.
Yeah, can you tell me please who has worked in this project?
Yes, I worked some 1 year in this project with this pasteurization, studying the different tests for the radio frequency. Yes.
Uh-huh. And what is the ideal temperature to work with the Yug process?
In ultra high pasteurization is work about 142 degrees. The temperature is very high, so the energy consumption also is very high.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Are you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay. So now I will talk about my presentation. No, my name is Elena, and I will talk about the 3D printer as a cutting-edge technology. And I would like to introduce you to the idea that you can create everything you imagine, and with the help of our 3D printer, you can focus on the final result of creating an object. So here is this scenario. You are drawing with a digital program like AutoCAD, and you want to see the object on a small scale, and you will see this immediately. So you just have to upload the file to the 3D printer, and the object is ready to be created layer by layer. So the 3D printing is a process that make three-dimensional solid objects from a digital file, but the creation is the object is achieved using an additive process. So an additive process is doing is a little complicated to explain. Is laying down layer of material. So you have to imagine a very thin slice, horizontal, and this section create the object, the one over the other. I need an image perhaps to show the how it functions. What makes this 3D printer special is that there is no need for a significant investment. We think that our cheapest 3D could be used in a school, in a high school for students, and for those who study design in particular. And meanwhile, other researchers are working on how 3D printer could solve the organ transplant problem. And is it has the potential that radically change the world of medicine, and advances studies are going on about what's the word, biological ink. So well, we are looking at the future. And I finished my presentation now.
Okay, hi Elena.
Hi.
I'm Andrea, and I have some questions for you. Could you tell me the approximately price of the 3D printer?
Well, 3D printer, our 3D printer, the cheapest is about 500 euros, but 3D printers that are in labs at university can be very expensive, perhaps $100,000 or something like that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
And the other question is, for me, it's difficult to understand this printer because I'm a lawyer and my profession it's very different. So, could you tell me an example of an object that is created with this printer?
Yeah. Well, you can create everything from a little object like a jewelry, a piece of a part of her cars, or a little statue or something like that. But also in Netherlands, they are built a bridge.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So it was not very big, but it was about 8 meters bridge, and it's the first because they also want to create buildings, and so I mean you can create everything, and in medicine they create a little piece of cartilago. I don't know the word exactly, but so the idea is that they can create everything with a 3D printer. The problem is the ink. The ink must be special for create organs, human organs.
Yeah.
So is the question more than the printer in itself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Elena. I'm Eva, and I have also a couple of questions. How long does the printing take? How many
Well,
time?
it depends. It depends also which object are you printing. If you are printing a bridge, so it takes it took 3 months. 3 months to build a bridge, but a little object can take a few hours, perhaps. So depends.
Okay. And is it possible to use all kind of colors, or only black and white, or?
No. It's possible to use all kind of colors. No, it's not problem with the colors. And there are different ways to do this. I mean, you can change the color layer by layer to change in the injection, or to put them together. So it's no problem with the colors. No, not at all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay, now it's my turn. I'm Andrea Posirarol, and I'm going to talk about a machine that can save you a lot of time, a kitchen robot. Are you tired after work and you don't want to cook? You don't know what to prepare for dinner? I have the solution for all these problems, the kitchen robot. Nowadays, I'm living with my parents, but I'm sure that I will have one on my future house. I've been researching the market on internet, and I came to the conclusion that Thermomix Robot Kitchen is the best option. And you will ask why? The answer is because it offers you the best cooking programs and the best design by far. It offers you two different ways of cooking. The first one is to cook automatically. You only need to put all the ingredients inside the machine, and that's all. This is absolutely astonishing, right? And the second one is to guide the user how to cook the selected dish. You can make from pizza to gazpacho without any effort. Besides, you can use official Thermomix app where you can find new recipes and save it. Also, you can organize a meal plan for the entire week, and I think it's amazing. Thermomix has so many recipes available, and for instance, if you have a family meal and you are 10 people, you can choose a recipe that suits the number of people you are. It's true that the first time you use Thermomix, it could be confusing but you will only need a few more times. And if you have any problems with it, they offer a customer support service to help you. So it's perfect. It's true that this kind of robots are very expensive now, more or less €1,000. But in my opinion, with this robot, you win something that you can buy with money, your time. I think it's an ideal product that can help you a lot to save time, and also you can enjoy good and healthy dishes. And that's all. Thank you for listening me, and if you have any questions, I will try to solve them.
Hello, Andrea. Thank you for your presentation. I'm Eva, and I would like to know if it is easy to clean this machine or it's difficult.
Yeah, hi Eva. Yes, it's easy to clean because it has a self-cleaning function. Also, if you want, you can put all the utensils inside the dishwasher, so it's very easy to clean.
Okay. And for cooking, are another accessories required, or it's only the machine and it's completely?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's enough with the accessories that Thermomix has. Therefore, there is no need to have an additional accessory, so it's good.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. The first question, do you like to have another robot? Which one?
Hi, Elena. If I could choose another robot, I would choose a robot that could walk my dog. I know that it doesn't exist, but it will be an ideal robot for me.
Okay. And the last, what do you think about robots that can help people?
I think the robots can help people, are very useful. For example, in medicine, I think robots can be very useful. However, I also think that robots could substitute so many people in their jobs, and it would be terrible because people could lose their job, and I think it's bad for this.
Okay.
And that's all. We finish all the presentations, and we have to choose the best one technique. I think it's very complicated because the techniques chosen by my colleagues and I are very different. But if I have to choose the best technique, obviously, I could choose the chicken robot because I don't have time to cook, and the chicken robot will help me a lot. Now, I recognize that all the techniques can be useful, applied to other subjects. But in my day-to-day, the best option is the kitchen robot. I don't know what opinions my college.
For me, also it's very difficult to choose one technique because they are different techniques of different applications. But for me, also the best technique is the kitchen machine, the Thermomix, because it's an application that I can use for saving time in my day and for helping my health, perhaps. So I will choose also the kitchen machine.
Yes, well, I agree with your opinion. So, even that all three are interesting and very different, the most practical and the one I will buy directly is the kitchen the Thermomix. So I think it's the best option to choose. And I have in my explanation.
Okay, that's all.
Okay,
That's all.
perfect. The winner presentation so is the Andrea presentation, the kitchen machine. Okay,
The Thermomix.
thank you.
Thank you, girls.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.